The black man held his fingers, hesitating for a moment, before taking his first bite of fried chicken. After chewing, he turned to the driver and asked, "Where do I throw the bone?" The driver glanced at him without a word, casually rolled down the window, and tossed his own chicken bone outside. The black man burst into laughter at the scene and, without a second thought, followed the driver's example, tossing his bone out the window as well. As they waited at a red light, a young girl on the sidewalk stared in shock. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. A noble white man chauffeuring a black man? In 1960s America, this was almost unheard of, but Tony the driver didn't care. In fact, he flashed her the friendliest smile he could. Who would have thought that just a few months ago, Tony was an extreme racist? Back then, when his wife offered two black workers a glass of water, he didn't just disapprove. He grabbed the glass and tossed it straight into the trash, disgusted. His wife was upset, but she said nothing, because Tony was the backbone of their family. Tony worked as a security guard at a bar. Anytime trouble broke out, all the owner had to do was yell, and Tony would show up instantly, taking care of business as quickly as possible. But that wasn't enough. Sometimes, Tony would slip the cashier a little bribe so he could sneak out the most valuable items. When customers realized things were missing, they'd be furious. And every time, Tony would conveniently arrive just in time to help, pretending to solve the issue while making himself look like the hero. Tony came home at dawn every day, exhausted, but money was always tight. Desperate, he even entered an eating contest. If he could beat Fat Paul, he'd win $50, but the problem? Fat Paul could down 24 hot dogs in one sitting. Halfway through the contest, Tony was already struggling. His wife thought he was out of his mind, but what choice did he have? Rent was due next week, and he needed a real job, fast. Through a friend's recommendation, he applied for a chauffeur position. The moment he stepped into the office, he was taken aback. The place was lavish. Gold accents, luxurious furniture, even a parade of ivory decorations. This was serious wealth. But what he didn't expect was that the person sitting on the throne, looking down at him, was a black man. The man's name was Dr. Don Shirley, a highly accomplished pianist, well-spoken and sophisticated. He got straight to the point with his first question, making it clear, "If you want this job, you follow my rules." Tony had no choice but to compromise. But soon he realized this wasn't just a simple driving gig.